Why don't we talk about some of the big foods? So glutathione, right? Cysteine, glutamine, glycine. So now we just back into it. What foods are really high in cysteine, glutamine, glycine? Well, of course, things like whey protein's going to be great as long as you're not ultra dairy sensitive. Whey protein's great. Sulfur-rich foods are going to be helpful, like a lot of your brassica cruciferous vegetables, right? Bok choy, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, kale, mustard greens, turnips. Again, the problem is that's not going to really help you with a lot of the intercellular glutathione, but it's still going to be helpful. Now, what other foods that are more high in some of those intercellular nutrients? Well, you're going to see all of your high quality animal products, beef, chicken, fish, eggs, all of these things. The higher quality the animals are, meaning the less hormones, the less junk, the less toxins, the more they're fed high quality grass, the more nutritionally dense they're going to be.
Yeah, I'm looking at a couple of like food data sheets. So in one large egg, you get almost 150 milligrams of cysteine. And who knows if that's even, I mean, that could have been a conventional egg. I mean, what about like a fully pastured organic egg? You may even get more cysteine. You're talking almost, I mean, if you do 2 eggs, you're at 100% of, even over 100% of your daily intake for cysteine with 2 eggs.
Love it.
Sunflower seeds, and a handful, a 1 ounce handful of sunflower seeds, you're at over 100 milligrams of cysteine. Hemp seeds, you get a ton from hemp seeds as well. So like, let's say you did a smoothie in the morning where you put in some collagen with maybe some hemp seed or maybe some hemp protein added to it, maybe a grass-fed whey. I mean, you're going to be stellar in the glutathione generating department.
Love it. 100%. So your animal products are always going to be the best way to go off the bat just because of how high they are and how nutrient dense they are. Also, when you look at amino acids in plants, you have to look at the digestibility of the amino acids. There are certain scales you can look at that look at the digestibility because plants have a lot of anti-nutrients that bind a lot of these amino acids up, because plants don't have claws and teeth to fight or flee. So how they survive is they have anti-nutrients, which makes some of their nutritional compounds harder to break down, which means they pass through the stool and then they can grow seeds and flourish in other parts of the soil. So they have to have anti-nutrients so they can pass other animals' digestive tracts, right? Animals just have claws and teeth to fight and flee. Plants don't. So there's a lot more anti-nutrients that prevent some of the digestibility, whether it's mineral blockers like phytates and oxalates, whether it's trypsin inhibitors that help decrease proteolytic enzymes so their proteins can't be digested, whether it's lots of hard to process fibers. All those things are potential and could play a big role in those amino acids not being fully absorbed.
Well, here's a couple other things too. So in that paper, they've got a table on there that talks about preparation of the sulfur-rich vegetables, and apparently freezing of broccoli does reduce the sulfur. And then of course, if you are eating it overcooked, you're likely going to, it's like a sweet spot, right? Because we've talked about this before, nutrient density of raw versus lightly steamed. So lightly steamed is going to be the way to go. But if you cook too much, then you've broken it down that way. If it's frozen broccoli, then you're already at a disadvantaged state. So it sounds like it's just too difficult. I mean, I'm not saying that veggies aren't important. I still eat a ton of veggies, but if I'm looking to increase glutathione, I'm not just going to be doing a broccoli smoothie. I'm going to be focused on the whey and the collagen